Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to the case of the Golden Idol. It's a new case of the Golden Idol. It's not really of the Golden Idol anyway. It's related to, you know what I'm talking about. It's another one of these expansions. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're in for a treat. This game is rad. Yeah, there's more case of the Golden Idol. We're going to deal with a Lemurian Vampire today, or over the next, several days. And I am as excited as can possibly be about that. Let's jump right in here and do some mysteries. So what's going on? It is too dangerous to approach the island in the storm, most radiant Raja. Raja? Raha? I actually don't... I think it's Raja. Hey, we've seen him before. We must. I am out of time. This guy is looking rough. This is the one who's supposed to be dying, I guess, but... Alright, he hears and obeys. And so, the scene laid before us. The enigmatic exploration in a harmonious island commune. So the deal with this game is you get dropped into these scenes into sort of like a moment in time, just sort of like slowly looping in front of you, and you got to figure out what it was that happened with there's some people dead here. How do these people die? What's going on? So we have this basically like this narrative that we have to fill in, investigate, fill in the blanks. Let's have a look here. We can click for more information, basically like wherever there's a sparkle. There's also... Okay, there's like a zoom out. Hello. Now that's interesting. Also, this is interesting. Huh. Alright, one thing at a time. Let's start here. Have you forgotten about the importance of sharing? These poor souls have barely survived their ordeal in the storm. We should welcome them to our village, feed them, and tend to their wounds. So these are the survivors of the shipwreck in the background, obviously. And you might be noticing this, like, there's something about this art style that really gets to me. I really love these people who are... There's so much personality in the art, and they're kind of like... grotesque is too strong a word, but you know what I mean, right? Like, they're sort of... There's this intentional... almost ugliness to them that I think has... It has a lot of character. Alright, who are you? Why have you come to our peaceful island? And he is bearing a big wooden staff with some carving in it. Please do not harm us. We barely survived the storm. We are unarmed and come in peace. And he's bearing a piece of paper here. It is day 55 of my imprisonment. We have been at sea for 2 weeks, and apparently Monkey Paw Island is within reach. Today, the Blade Master G played some pajak with me and shared his stories of conquest. There is something noble about this man. So these are characters that we met in the last thing, the spider story. I wonder if we're going to need any of the information from that. I would assume not, since these things are sold separately. I would assume like everything is going to be kind of self-contained here, and the things you know about the characters from other stories are just sort of like additional background info. It is day 56 of my imprisonment. We were on course to arrive at the island tomorrow. However, a storm is brewing, so I expect we will be delayed a day or two. Tissa continues to promise me riches in exchange for secrets pertaining to the Fountain of Youth. So anytime we see an underlined word, we can grab that to add to our scene vocabulary. You can see there are 35 words to find here, and these are the things with which we will fill in the blanks. My prince, you are alive! It is thanks to karma that we have evaded death. That's interesting. And been brought to the same beach. What a word to get to grab. Jayan, I entrust you with guarding and ensuring the safety of the Lemurian priest's son, Zubiri Kara. The old priest shared with me secrets of the Fountain of Youth, but I suspect he may have disclosed more valuable information to his son. Yeah, that would make sense. And then this guy... Okay, alive. From here, I couldn't really tell. My father is dead, Jayan. I am the last of the Kamini family. Now you serve only me as my royal blade master. You must address me as Raja. I'm gonna look that word up at some point. So this is Jayan then. Can we throw that in? Which face? That face. That one right there. That's gonna be a Jayan. And he's the You're the last of the Gamini family. Let's just throw some names up here. And then, of course, we got ourselves a Zubiri Kara, who, again, is a character that we know from before. What's going on over here at the shipwreck? Not really a ton to note here, except that this looks pretty survivable. I mean, like, I'm sure the force of crashing into the rocks was unpleasant, but that ship's not immediately sinking or anything, so... I don't know. Might just be something to note. So if we jump up here, it looks like we can change the time of day. Wow, that is a face. Thank you for your kind words, but it was a short vote. Sometimes they do bicker, but only because they have the best interests of our commune at heart. Interesting. Sometimes I think that Kula votes against Momgo just to spite him. They really shouldn't drag you into every small decision. They should be trying to reduce your stress. Let's look at everybody out here before we jump into any further buildings. So you got some kids over here. We should stop playing. I have to practice our history tiles or Auntie Lavu won't be happy with me. I wish I knew how to read so I could order them by their names. Emerges, Dweller, Protection, Discovers, Brute, and Ancestors. So it said this was added. Order the tiles chronologically. Okay, there's more history tiles to be gained before we try to figure this out, too. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff to work out in every scene, and some of it may not... the utility of some of it to the crimes, to the immediate difficulties, may not always be clear, but it all ends up mattering. It will all come back around if the previous couple of mysteries are any indication. You don't need to know how to read, silly. Just look at the pictures. They all make sense. Auntie isn't scary compared to Sterna. Sterna told my mom off yesterday, and my mom cried. Okay, so there are other... This is all of the tiles, then. We can just put it together from the pictures, what order they're in. It's probably a story that will have some meaning to us eventually. She's probably responding to him. Hold on. Yes, I did as Rillis asked and bought the repair materials to Vito's dwelling. Tell me, are those really rubies and sapphires and golden coins that the children are playing with? You mean those shiny bits and pieces? They're scattered around everywhere. Mata taught us that the children can play with these trinkets as long as they are big enough so the children cannot choke on them. Yeah, that's safety first. Even the senior villagers have to work for their food despite their age. But I haven't seen that old man do anything useful around here. Is he sick? Be respectful, Tissa. In time, you will learn our ways. Can you stop pushing this empty cart around and do some real work? Zarna will not be happy if you continue to shirk your duties, and you will not get supper. Okay. You are Tissa. And Jayan is Jayan G, the Blade Master, is that right? Hold on, let's we still have another room to grab here, I guess. We'll check that out in a second. Let me go back to this scene and make sure I've got this right. No, wait. Jayan, I am the last of the Gamini family. You're the Blade Master. Yes, that guy's Janji. Okay. All right, I think we've got those names right, at least. All right, what else is going on down here? We have this. Year 324. 18 males, 25 females, 12 children. It's curious. Also, there's some... this is how they voted, I assume. I really like these bowls as the two eternal options. Every policy we want to vote on has to be reducible to smiley face versus frowny face. What is this? The Valley Commune laws. Big decisions are voted on by the whole commune. Smaller decisions are decided or voted on by council members. If the council vote is tied, whoever is available from the commune joins the vote. Council responsibilities. The guardian of males represents and cares for the males of the commune. Guardian of females does the same thing with the females. Guardian of agriculture is responsible for farm work and food allocation. And the guardian of children is responsible for health and education of all young. I agree with Lavu and vote against as well. We have enough disruption from the people who washed up on shore. We do not need more change. I have enough on my plate with all 3 newcomers being my responsibility. Okay, so you agree with Lavu and vote against. That makes you VM or SV probably, and presumably the newcomers are his responsibility because he's the guardian of males. Do we have... Yeah, there's still too many possibilities here. I am glad that Sutul agreed with me. No good ever comes from pointless tinkering. We should focus on the stability of our commune and leave things that work well alone. Okay, so you're the guardian of the children, probably. Stop complaining, Virlis. I have more people to take care of than you, and I manage it just fine. So he's probably then Virlis M something. Virlis Mata and Momgo we still both have, and we don't know if those are first names or what. Did I miss something? Oh, I didn't grab Sutul's name. You notice when you haven't collected everything from a person's clues, their sparkle stays yellow. Alright, if this is the result of the vote, I will stop my experiments with the yams. But I still believe I could get something tasty and new in a couple of generations, which would increase the variety in our food. Now, can we talk about the issue of the lazy newcomer? You know, I guess Virlis could be a last name, right? It could be SV yet. Yeah, I suppose we don't actually know that. So Sutul agreed with you. And you're saying the same thing, that no good comes from pointless tinkering. We don't want to change stuff. Yeah, okay. So Sutul SV. Yeah, Sutul Virlis. Probably. Okay. I agree with Lavu. Lavu is LM. We don't actually know that this is Lavu, though. Well, let's just say I'm glad that Sutul agreed with me. The thing is just I'm thinking there's 3 votes, right? So he could be agreeing with Lavu, who is no longer in the hut. Could be the old man outside or whatever. Oh no, but the old man outside was someone who lost the vote, right? So these 3 are probably the negative votes then. Hold on, step back out. It was a short vote. Maybe. Yeah, maybe he's the 5th stone. So if you're Lavu LM, then you're VM. Which again we don't 100%. Like these might be right. But then we have Mata and Momgo, and we don't know who's who. And also, we don't even have all the words yet. There might be more names that fit here. So if that's the case, that would make you KS or KZ. Yeah, we're definitely missing some names yet. All right. What's going on over here? Once you have lived here long enough, you will understand. Sorry, I have to run. Kula gave me a lot of tasks today. I better not cross her. So Kula, guardian of the women? What is that scrawled on the wall? Yesterday that wall was clear. Okay, more. So this is Zubiri. More journal pages here. It is day 13 on the island. Kruplu was very excited to tell me everything about the purple peas. It is fascinating that with very little tending, they provide so much nutrition to everyone in the Valley Commune. I enjoyed chatting with him, because people are somewhat secretive here. It is day 14 on the island. It amazes me how harmonious and calm life is in the village. Every adult has to work no matter their lifespan, but it is not arduous. Perhaps this is how life should always be. Tomorrow your incantation expires, Vito. That's curious. Okay, I see that those arrows connect things. So, Kula. You're probably guardian of the children. So you're probably not Kula. Which makes you Kula. Probably. And that would make you... Wait, is it VK and... No, it's LM and VM, not LK and VK. That's not the right thing at all. Okay. So, Kruplu was excited to talk about the berries. Kruplu's a he, and also this guy is talking about plants. So I think that's what we're looking at there. And if you're Kruplu, that means you're... Yeah, you're one of these. That fits. That fits. So we're getting close. We're getting close on the identities. We got to figure out the Momgo versus Mata thing, and we got to figure out whether he is Kruplu Sterna or Kruplu Zarno. And then presumably the old man outside is Kula and the other names. All right, we have one more time period here to look out for. What's going on here? Huh. Oh. Nagana Brin Gad Bulbazur. This person is not breathing. Nagana Brin Gao Bulbazur. And there's a flower. Why, it's a golden idol. It's the golden idol, no less. Would you look at that? Okay, so I don't remember the spells. Basically, the idea with this thing is these are like wheels with different symbols on them, and you can set certain combinations and then pull the lever, and basically what it will do is like it will extract things from the environment, and then when you push the lever back up the other way, it will expel them. But I don't remember the precise situation of it. Okay, well now we've got all the words. So, okay. Bad news things about the golden idol again. Okay, she doesn't say anything about names. I don't know that there's too much more to get from this scene. This is the complicated one. This is where the information is. All right, let's go into the thinking panel here. So, you're the guardian of children, probably. Guardian of children, Lavu something. I think. The guardian of agriculture is going to be Kruplu. Guardian of males is Sutul Virlis. And that makes Vito the guardian of females. Right? Is that? Hold on. Kula gave me a lot of tasks today. Oh, maybe I got something wrong here. Kula gave me a lot of tasks today. I had better not cross her. I think I've got something about the vote wrong. So Kula voted for. Okay, yeah. So I've got something wrong here in the sense that these two people voted for, these two people voted against, and the man outside voted against, I think is what happened then. Yeah, because it would have had to have been a tie. What am I talking about? It would have had to have been a tie for the man outside to be involved in the first place. So yeah, you voted for, which makes you Kula brain. KS or KZ. And definitely not Vito in any case. And also we don't know, these could be, well no, we do know Kula's a first name, right? And we know Lavu's a first name as well. So we're pretty close to this information. There must be something that I did not take into. Okay, sometimes I think that Kula votes against Momgo just to spite him. Kruplu Momgo. Does that fit with the voting stones? No. Oh, right, because Kula's the... Yeah, Momgo's on this side of the vote. Kula votes against Momgo just to spite him. So that's Kula. The Momgo is the negative side of the vote, which means Momgo is the old man. Which means that... VMLM... So you're Lavu Mata, because Momgo is a name that belongs to someone who is not on this list. I think. And then it's just a matter of figuring out Sterna versus Zarno for these two. I think. Yeah. Mata taught us that the children can play with these trinkets as long as they are big enough. Mata. Yes, okay. Logic holds guardian children. Cool, good. I did as Virlis asked and brought the repair materials to Vito's dwelling. Brought the repair materials to Vito's dwelling. I don't know that I see anything that I would describe as repair materials. Stop pushing this empty cart around and do some real work. Zarno will not be happy if you continue to shirk your duties. So it would seem like that's an agriculture thing, right? They're hauling like berries or something. So that makes Kruplu Zarna and Kulis Zerna. Damn it. Well, we're close at least. And so the person who joined the tiebreaker vote is VM, right? Vito Momgo. Yeah. Okay. They don't have any details about them that would like relate them to the colors of the stones, do they? No, because like you would expect him to be KZ if we were relating the colors to anything about them. Yeah. What have I got wrong here? Tissa Gamini is right? He's the last of the Gamini family. Your JNG, your Superior Kara, that stuff's all solid. I feel like. Yeah, I feel like the information from this one's pretty good. It's this one that I'm a little loose on. So I have one of their names wrong. Alright, what is everybody out here saying? Can you stop pushing this empty cart around and do some real work? Zarno will not be happy if you continue to shirk your duties. There's no reason that Kula, guardian of females, would have anything to do with that particular anchor. That is a man pushing a wheelbarrow full of agricultural goods. So I feel like the Zarno thing here is pretty solid. But gosh, how do I have 2 or fewer slots incorrect? If wouldn't like a whole bunch of stuff be wrong? I did as Virlus asked and brought the repair materials to Vito's dwelling. Mata taught us that the children can play with these trinkets as long as they are big enough the children cannot choke on them. Kula votes against Momgo just to spite him. If Kula voted against Momgo just to spite him, he couldn't have been the tiebreaker vote then, though, right? But Mata... Yeah, the other person who has a last name that starts with M is Lavu Mata, and that's not a him. So... Yeah, guardian of males, guardian of females. You're definitely Sutul Virlus. Alright, let's work on some other stuff. We'll come back to this. So these are definitely not correct. So at some point, a helmet is discovered. Huh. Emerges from tower. You can start building little bits of the grammar here. So a thing emerges from the tower. Somebody discovers so you discover the helmet, you get shot, but it bounces off the helmet and that makes the thing run away from you. Discovers community protection. Something. Emerges from Sentinel Tower, maybe? It's like this shows it running into the village and this shows it attacking the village. Something like that. So, banishes. Lemurian Dweller banishes ancestors and brute. How are these ordered? So brute banishes Lemurian. Like, is this, these people have been forced out of a home They have sailed to a new island. They get off the boat before they do anything there. So the order's closer to like this, right? Oh, actually we're quite close. I just need to swap a couple. Brute banishes Lemurian ancestors. Dweller emerges from Sentinel Tower. Discovers... Maybe I was right the first time? Yeah. Dweller emerges from Tower. The Sentinel... Okay, this is the helmet. I missed this little detail of the person discovering the helmet there. Okay, so... The Lemurians came to this island from somewhere that they were kicked out of by force. When they got here, they set up and it seemed like things were rad until some kind of monster came out of the tower and started killing everybody, but then someone found a magic helmet and it makes the monster afraid. Weird. Okay, so... The color of the words here has to match the color of the space that you put them in. So somebody went to someone and spoke the incantation, right? The incantation's the only word that makes grammatical sense in that slot. Because according to the local tradition, whenever the blank endangers the blank goes and blank the blank to the blank until the next time. Went to the has to be tower, right? So this is describing what happens in the final scene. Someone went to the tower and spoke the incantation because according to the local tradition, whenever the Sentinel goes and verbs the something to the something. So the verbs here are what? Discovers, banishes. After the incantation was spoken, the golden idol was activated to reduce or increase. I'm going to guess probably what we're looking at here is reduce lifespan. Although increase death is also a funny way to word that. And the person who has delivered the incantation died. So the same red name should be in both of those spaces. Whenever the dweller endangers the dweller emerges from tower. The sentinel goes and blanks the blank to the blank. Banishes the dweller to the tower. Grammatically, there's only so many things that work, right? Whenever the dweller endangers the community. So, wait, the incantation. Vito. Right now, Vito is maybe the old man. In which case his name is probably Vito Momgo. Unless I've got this horribly... That might be the thing that's wrong over here. Yeah, I might have this name. These name bits are wrong. Okay, if those name bits are wrong, what could they possibly be? Do we have a better... Is there a better clue to the identity of the person? Nagana Bryn Gadbul Bazur. What other words could there be here? Whenever the dweller endangers, according to local tradition, somebody had to go speak the incantation because the sentinel goes and... I mean, they're certainly not emerging or discovering the dweller to the tower. The anyone to the tower. I think the gray parts might be right. I just have the name wrong. Probably. Probably. Maybe. Possibly. Who can say? Alright, let me fiddle around with this a little bit. So, try to reconstruct what we know. There are more females than children. Than males. That's certainly for true. Maybe you're not Sutul. No, but SV, those names are linked. You could be Veerless. What if you're Veerless Momgo? Right? Because Sutul agreed with me. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're the person, even though you said you agree with. I feel pretty confident about Lavu's name. Yeah. So what if you're Veerless Momgo? Okay. So that makes the other guy Sutul Vito. There it is. Okay. And you really only have to fill in the scroll part in order to get the completion. The other stuff is just there to help you work it out. So Sutul Vito was the designated sentinel for the Monkey Paw Island community. When the time came, in accordance with local tradition, he took up his armor and set forth to the tower. But there he met his demise, when the golden idol was used on him to reduce his lifespan. So you can literally draw out years of vitality from someone and then bestow them on someone else. That's the thing we know about the golden idol from the main campaign. Or was that from the main? That might have been from this. I don't know. This is the thing we know from somewhere. Let me finish this up here. So this is Veerless Momgo. This is Sutul Vito. And then that means Kruplu Zarno and Kula Sterna. I just want to have all this stuff filled in so that we can come back later and easily grab this information in case we need to, because we might need to. Sutul lived like a sentinel and died like a true sentinel. Dead. And now I must ask, who is ready to take his place? Yeah, who wants to put on the spooky helmet and die for no reason? This is my chance. I must... Well, as the only royal present, it is clear that I should take the title of sentinel. Interesting. Interesting. So, it looks like this is probably just 3 mysteries. Of course, they will increase in complexity as we go on here. But I think 1 per episode is a good pace. That worked out well last time. So that is where we are going to call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I am so excited to continue exploring the mysteries of the Lemurian Vampire with you all. So when you come back next time, probably tomorrow-ish, we will step into Chapter 2, The Lemurian Vampire Strikes. I'm eager to get a better... I don't... There's not really a vampire, right? It's just a guy with the golden idol. But that is perhaps scarier than any monster. And we'll see you then.